Hey everybody, Dr. Rick here at Dr. Rick's Garage. Thanks for joining us again. Our project today is put in the Reflex steering stabilizer by Roadmaster. It's the RSSA model. And we have the RBK18 bracket kit here. This goes, we have the full solid axle on this Freightliner chassis. We got the XC series chassis. This will go on the steering gear linkage. And the shock will actually go and go like this, and it'll bolt through here. You want to make sure that this end is facing towards the passenger side. You want to make sure you seat it to where that's actually locked in right there. Another thing they talk about is when you do this, of course common sense would tell you this is a self-tapping nut. And when you put these in here, and the washers on each side, you don't want to pin it, you want to just get it tight. Shouldn't be collapsed because it'll be self-locking. This is 3/4, 9/16. We're going to go ahead and do it. One of the purposes of this is it kind of returns the steering back to zero. So when you're actually driving down the road, you hit a bump, it goes like this. And for some people, it's kind of hard to get back in line. This will actually get you right back so you don't get to take out some of that play. Our RV actually is not too bad compared to some of the other ones. It's actually pretty good. It does stop sometimes people from being more confident when they drive. So make sure when they have this, it'll actually give them the security that they have with a regular vehicle lots of times, and it will reduce the road fatigue that people often get too from white knuckle steering. So we're going ahead and start working on this here. We have the impact wrench, 3/4 inch wrench, 3/4 inch socket, 9/16 socket. Gotta make sure the steering wheel is center. When you're done, we'll take it for a test drive. And what happens is if it starts pulling, that means this is not perfectly square. So we'll have to actually reset it, loosen up this bracket on the steering gear, and try to readjust it so when you're driving, it pulls, the motorhome just goes straight down the road. So one thing, keep in mind, you do want this on the steering, you want it to be in driving mode. So we don't have, when you're doing this, we don't have it on jacks or nothing. We actually are putting it, it's sitting exactly how it would be when you drive. Another thing too, we're actually scheduled for an alignment on Wednesday, so I want to get all this done before then. Another thing too, you can actually tell if your vehicle is tracking properly is when you rub your hand across the tire, it should feel the same both ways. If it's tracking a little bit out, so you should be able to feel it this and this, so it should be smooth, and this one is. So with this here, I do not like that I'm not getting enough thread through here. It almost makes me want to pull the washer to make sure that this stays tight. Yeah, so I actually don't feel comfortable enough with the washers. I don't think there's enough nuts sitting here, so I'm going to pull the washers off on my model. So as you can see now, I got a little bit of bolt coming through the nut, which I feel way more comfortable about, especially with those being self-locking. Okay, so we got that one done. Here. Gonna get that one going here. So. You can pause and put on pause. Okay, so we're going to put this together over here. Actually, so then basically, that's what we're going to have here. And so this one will have to go like that right there, down. Oh, this will sit just like this. So with this here, it would be probably a little faster to pull out the air ratchet in a deep well 9/16. We'll just use the 1/2 inch. So this, you want to be parallel to this ground. There's where I want it. So basically, if this thing is pulling, we gotta come down here and shift this bracket either left or right. Tighten these up, then we gotta take it for a test drive. So we do have a little bit of play. We're kind of about, if you go that way or this way, with the drag link, you're kind of pretty close right there in the center. Okay, so pretty much where we need to be. We'll go take it for a test drive. If it goes too far, don't return to center, wants to pull left or right, we'll have to change it. From my understanding, you go opposite. So if it's pulling to the left, you gotta move this a little bit to the right because all this is behind the rears, behind the drive tires, the steer tire. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and come on out. Okay, so if I let go of the steering wheel, you can see I got a slight pull that wants to go to the right. So we're gonna actually have to fix that. Move it to the left about 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, and then take it for another test drive. So, okay, well, that's what we got for right now. We're gonna go get some fuel in this thing, and then we'll go back home, make some adjustments, and work on another project. Until then. Okay, so we're back here. We had a slight turn to the right. So what we're going to do, we put a little piece of tape here. We need to loosen the bracket, push it this way, so we can actually get our adjusted. We want it to push a little bit more to the left is what we want to do. So we're going to, and since this is all behind the tires, we got to go this direction. So we got to just move the bracket to the left. Okay, so we should be able to, there we go. So we're about 1/8 of an inch right here now, over. So we're going to tighten that up. I also shifted the bracket up just a hair, didn't need to, but wanted to. Okay, there you go. So we'll give that a try and see how that does. Okay, we'll sign off for now.